Eilish, pryd ges ti sorry, when were you born?
April 1915.
1915. Where then?
In Bryn. Yes.
In Bryn?
In
Bryn. What number?
24.
24.
Yeah.
And were you the youngest of the family?
Yes. 3 brothers.
3 brothers.
Yeah.
And what were their names then?
Bryn and Bryn Port.
Right. What are your earliest memories of Bryn?
Well, I think the railway was the most important part
Yeah.
of Bryn
Yeah.
at the time, you know.
You could see it easily from Bryn Street.
Yes, it was just wave when we used to go to school down the Sec.
Yeah.
And I used to wave from the carriage, you know, to show we were on the way.
On the train on the way down.
Yes, and food on the table when you came home then. Yeah.
What was Bryn's school like?
Oh, lovely. Everything went on in the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was that? Up in Tilacta then, is it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. It was a new school then, I'm sure.
Well, yes, it wasn't very old then, because the old one was up in Cottage.
Yeah. Do you remember the teachers there?
Yeah, oh, Mr. David, the headmaster.
Yeah.
He was marvellous. He was a whole rounder, you know.
Yeah.
He had a children's choir and all that.
Did he?
Yes. He used to go around and
Yeah.
compete. Yeah.
Where would you compete then?
Oh, around in Estelota, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. What was the language of the school? Welsh or English?
Well, I think it was mostly English.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you allowed to speak Welsh there?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah.
You could try scholarship in Welsh if you wanted to.
Could you?
Yes.
Did you try a scholarship in Welsh?
Oh,
In English?
English, yeah.
Yeah. And it must have been a big day when you passed that then.
Oh, yes, wonderful.
Yeah. Parents proud.
Yes.
Where was your father from?
He was born in Bryn.
He was born in Bryn?
Yes. You know where Janet the Gascon lives now?
Yes.
He lived in a house, it used to be Penrail.
Penrail.
Was it called Penrail?
Yeah.
Because he was on the council and then he chose the name of the street, you know, Penrail. Penrail.
Oh, right.
So he got up in Penrail.
Yeah. And what did you do in the council then?
Councillor.
Councillor, right. That was your grandfather?
My father.
Your father?
Father.
And where did your grandfather come from? Llwy Dafydd? Cardigan, yeah. Ceinewyd, in the UK?
Yes.
Yeah. So you were belonging to John Jones then, same family?
John, yes.
Because he often spoke about his grandfather from Llwy Dafydd.
Yes.
He went there a few years ago to visit the cottage he was born in.
Yes. It was had to be my grandfather's brother, it was John's grandfather.
Oh, right. And do you remember the institute?
Oh, yes. Miners paid for that.
Yes, yeah.
Pockets, yeah.
Funnily enough, I live on that land now and I've got the deeds of it.
Yeah.
And it names the miners there that were...
paying and they pay.
They pay, that's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
And they opened the old co-op then where the new...
There was a co-op there, was there?
Yes, there was a co-op. And they were running it themselves after come home from work.
The miners?
Yes. Opening it up.
Yeah.
Weighing sugar, tea,
Yeah.
flour, everything else.
And the miners ran that, the men ran that, not the women?
Yes, after being
Yeah.
when you work all day.
Yeah, well. Who did the buying and all that for that then?
I don't know what you would do then, I think.
Yeah.
We had a material shop there as well.
The drapers?
Material, drapery, yes.
Who owned that then?
The co-op.
The co-op had that as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
We
well.
were buying material as apron.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so, you know.
Brats? Was that what you call it in Welsh? Brats?
Is that anything?
Apron? Yeah.
Apron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the life like in the village itself?
Very lively.
Lively?
Yeah. Something going on, the Methodist used to put a drama on in the village hall.
Yeah.
And everything went on in the village hall then.
And the village hall was?
The library.
The library, of course, yes.
The library.
Yeah.
Librarian there.
Yeah.
And billiards.
Yeah.
Yes. Doctor then. years ago I dimly remember the doctor says it used to be near Anderson Bingham Street.
Right.
But I don't know if I was told that or I remember. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah, yeah. What did your brothers do?
When was in the colliery,
Yes.
and then the other two went to college.
What colleges did they go to?
Carleon.
They both went to Carleon, did they?
Yes.
And ended up teaching?
Yes.
Yeah.
Eastern School.
Both of them in Easton then?
Yes, both of them Eastern School. Islin was there, woodwork and metalwork.
Yes. And Glyn?
Maths.
Maths.
Mostly, yeah.
I taught with Glyn in Dufferin. I remember him as a
Yes.
maths teacher there. Yeah. Which school was that?
Jane Edwards. From Malcolm.
Yeah, good, good.
Today.
Yeah, yeah. What was a Sunday like in Bryn when you were a child?
Oh, Sunday school.
Yeah. Chapel 3 times a day?
3 times a day, yes.
And what chapel did you go to then?
There was Baptist.
Well, where was that then?
Where the, where Carl...
Carmel?
No, it was Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Where
All right.
Carl Russell.
Yes. On the throne, yeah. The house, yeah. And were there many going to chapel then in those days?
Yes, every seat
Was it? Yeah.
You know, where it was sat in every seat.
Yeah.
There was lots of chapels here then.
Yes.
In the church.
Yeah. Were you allowed to go out to play on a Sunday?
Oh yes, in the street.
Yeah.
No traffic, much that.
Yeah.
Remember the Sunday bus starting
Yeah.
to run from my stage to Talbot.
Oh, that's Invi bus then, was it?
Invi, yes.
Yeah.
Remember electric lights going to...
Do you? Well, apparently Bryn had electric lights before Port Talbot, apparently.
They did, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Youngster at the time, there was a big headline on the paper, Lighten Our Darkness.
Yeah.
And from paraffin to electric was a big job.
Yeah.
No gas.
And your father was a councillor, was he?
Yes, he was mayor of Port Talbot.
That's right. And I understand that he always paid his way to go down to the council meeting.
Yes. And to the East Port Guardians, he was on that.
Yeah.
He paid his way.
He didn't get a free transport then?
No, he had a pass to the Tinley buses.
Yes.
In the end.
Yeah. He paid for that before that?
Yes.
Well, it is, fair play. Yeah.
Coming home from the colliery, having a bath and straight off to meet us.
And where would he bath then?
In the house.
In the house?
Yeah. Tin bath.
Tin bath in front of the fire?
Yes. Hot water.
Yeah. Oh, good.
There were doctors in there.
Yeah.
2 doctors.
Yeah. Was the village a poor village or was it well off?
Not many well off people. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Colliery manager.
Yeah. And your father worked underground?
Yes.
Yeah. And where did your grandmother come from?
I think she came from Pembrey originally.
Pembrey?
Yes, I'm not sure.
So Pembrokeshire, Cardiganshire, Carmarthenshire, that's your background then?
My father's grandmother kept the full moon in my state.
Joe. Yeah, well. That's close now.
Yes, it goes now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think everyone in the family had a public house.
Did they? How did you meet the couple? And you was going to chapel?
My father was a teetotaler.
Was he?
Very strict.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, how did he take to Glyn then?
My mother used to make excuses for Glyn. Glyn was tired of it.
Yeah.
He'd been to the match in the Cardiff.
Yeah.
Oh, Glyn was tired.
Yeah.
Or his excuse for it.
Yeah, Mummy's boy then.
Yes.
Yeah. Were there any characters in the village that you can remember of? People who can stand out in your memory?
Mr. David, the headmaster.
Yes. And where did he live then?
He lived in Port Talbot. He used to live in Bryn. And then he went to Port Talbot to live.
So how did he come up on the train every day to school then, did he?
Yes,
Yeah. What other teachers were there?
Well, Harley's and 3 sisters teaching in Bryn Port.
Yeah.
They were my cousins.
They were belonging as well, were they?
Yes.
I think Bryn is still a village where everybody belongs to each other. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Were the farms very busy here in those days?
Oh yes, very busy.
Yeah.
Farmers are very busy.
Yeah.
Used to bring milk to the door and measure it.
Yeah. Was there anybody else coming to the village selling stuff?
Oh yes.
For example, who then?
Well, there's a butcher coming out with meat, fish, veg and things.
Did the cockle woman ever come here?
Oh yes.
Every Friday, was it?
Every Friday.
Same in my stage.
Fish and cockles.
Yeah.
The soap for cockles then.
In salt water.
Yeah.
I've never eaten them since then. I remember putting my finger into the bucket and one closing on me. I haven't eaten the cockles since.
I never liked cockles. When my slings to dissect them and show them the inside of it.
Where did you meet your husband? Oh, right, so he came home on a weekend.
He came up, we tried for a job in Port Talbot Council.
Right.
Under the council.
The school.
The school. So my father was on the council and he came up to see if he'd help him. And the widows, they gave preference then to widows' sons. Yes.
And where was he from then? Originally? Canesti. Sospen. Oh, they siarad Cymraeg enta?
Na, ddim yn... Well, pryd oedd e'n siarad Cymraeg oedd yn perfect. Grammar and right.
What did he teach then?
Everything.
Did he? And where did he teach then?
In the Lindra. Trevellyn School.
I know,
And the Old Mountain School.
Right, Then
the motorway came in, of course. And the motor school was knocked down. So they had to go down to Sandfield this year.
To the new comp then, was it?
To the junior. No,
Junior, oh, right.
Headmaster.
So you're a family of teachers then?
A lot of teachers.
And Sheila as well?
Sheila.
If you went to the Baptist chapel, where were you baptized?
In the chapel.
In the chapel.
Baptism there.
Yeah, because I understand that there were some took place. I think so. But but weren't some baptized in the river Frudwick?
My mother was.
Was she?
Yes. My mother was baptized in the river. Yes. I remember her saying she was baptized cold, and it's always cold. In winter they baptized, it didn't take the summer.
Did your mother take an active part in the village?
Only when she had to, and my father, on the council, didn't like it.
Was she a member of a choir or anything?
No.
She wasn't in the choir that one in the East End, was that?
No, she wasn't in that choir.
No.
I don't know if her mother was. Mother was a good voice, I think.
Right. And do you remember the men coming home from work, working underground?
Oh yes, black.
Black.
Black as if
in the bath in front of the fire?
In front of the fire, washing their backs.
No pitted baths in those days. Do you remember anybody getting killed in the colony?
Yes, I remember we were going down on the train in the morning to the sec, and they were bringing this man's body. He'd been killed that night in the colony. Talbot.
And he put him on the train to go back
Yes,
down.
I know we were all kids and we were crying, all crying.
Poor dad. You don't remember his name?
Evans, his name was, something
Right.
Evans, I'm not sure what his first name was.
Yeah.
But he was his relatives in Bryn.
Yeah. And I understand you've got a millionaire in the family.
Oh yes, we did.
You did? Can you tell me about him?
Oh, we went out to America from Virginia, we were farmers and that.
Do you know the name of the farm?
No, I don't know.
Kelvin-Even. There were Griffiths in Kelvin-Even, I know.
Griffith they were, is it?
Griffith. Yeah.
Griffith they were.
Right.
I'm sure I don't know Griffiths.
Right.
Griffith Park?
Griffith Park, yeah, that's a park in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Got land out there,
Yes.
and they got wealthy then by that. And
By that.
Hollywood was built there.
So he bought the land that Hollywood is built on it.
Yes.
And didn't he go to jail?
Yes.
What for?
Shooting his wife.
Yes. And did she take him back?
Yes.
Oh, she must have loved him then.
Yes. High society she was.
Was she?
Yes.
Right.
Plenty of money.
Yeah.
So,
And he went out to America with his family as a young boy then, or?
I don't know quite if he, I don't think he was a young boy.
Right. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Did you ever meet him?
No, yes, met one of them. Son, I think it was.
Yes.
They came over. With the long trench coats and these hats, funny hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all went up to my grandmother's to meet him because he was coming.
Yeah.
Millionaire. We thought it was somebody wonderful.
Yeah. Did he give you any of his millions?
Penny.
Penny.
Each had a penny.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of money then.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It went a good way then.
Was there a sweet shop in Bryn?
Oh yes, when I remember on the way down to Slatt.
Right, yes.
Slatt it was, and Ellen. Papa Ellen, I think they called her.
Papa Ellen.
She only had a table
Yes.
with drawers in and sweets and things.
Yeah.
Yeah. That used to call her on the way to school.
Yeah. And how much was a sweet in those days then?
Oh, not much.
Yeah.
I'd love to eat them in a penny.
Yeah. I think children today would be amazed that you could get so many sweets on a halfpenny then. Huh? Yeah.
Spanish, some of the Spanish things.
Spanish root, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue pipes out to them. I think.
Yeah. Was there chapel was important, obviously.
Oh yes.
And a lot took place in chapel then?
Yes.
Did you have Band of Hope?
Yes, and temperance.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I'm from school down on Mountain Castle, I remember going.
Yes.
And we all had an orange each and then first Christmas tree I ever saw.
In Markham Park?
It's up in Markham.
Yeah. And you walked over there then, or?
No, I didn't went by train.
By train?
I don't know, we got there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I forget until.
Yeah. So you remember the Talbots in Markham Park, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember Lady Emily Talbot? Because she died in 1918, I think.
I don't remember now.
Yeah.
But I know she gave it to church.
The land of the church. Well, they owned all of this land around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when they were selling it at my father, he knew one of the men in head of the estate and was a councillor.
Yeah.
And you remember taking Mr. Lewis, the farm, began as farm down. You wanted to buy land, and he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He got a lot of land in Bryn.
Yeah. And your father worked in the mine, but he had to finish because of ill health then, is that right?
Yes, he finished in 58 he was.
Right. And what did he do then?
He took up the post office then.
Yeah. So you ran the post office in Bryn then?
Yes. He wasn't fit to do it, man. He did.
Yeah.
He didn't need to be able to.
Yeah.
And
Busy
the
man.
post office happened to come free. So.
Yeah. And where was the post office then?
Begins.
What number?
24.
24. You were born in... So you were born in the post office then?
Yes.
Right.
Well, it was in the post office there.
Yeah, but it changed into...
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember any of the Talbots visiting the village?
No. I remember my mother and father went there to lunch with them when they were mayor and mayor.
Right, yeah.
To Markham Castle.
To Markham Castle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything was old fashioned.
Yeah.
Toilets.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember any other important people coming to the Bryn?
Ramsay MacDonald.
Did he?
Yes, he was a member for Port Talbot.
That's right. And what did he come to Bryn for then?
He opened the welfare.
I've got a photograph of that.
I've got to find it.
Yeah.
Floods too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the first Labour members of Parliament, was he?
Right, yes.
Apparently he was a socialite up in London, and he changed in a train to come home then. And where is...
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Remember when he won the election and there were people in March.
Yeah.
Laying in the streets and put out with that.
Yeah.
To see him come and they said that he changed his clothes.
Yeah.
Nice looking man.
Was he?
Yeah.
Scotsman, wasn't he?
Yes. Looks
Yeah.
And his wife was a big woman of the Labour Party as well.
Yeah.
No. Was the Derby she was Scottish or something? No, she was Scottish.
He went down a Baptist, teetotaler, a pack of Pitala. Was it difficult for the family when your brothers went to college?
Well, my father lost his job.
Yeah.
Just as his son was ready to go.
True. Yeah.
He didn't want to go then.
Yes.
But my father made him go.
Yeah.
Because he was a socialist, he couldn't have work then.
Yeah.
All the mine owners were Tories.
Yeah. And what about Watkin? Did he pass his 11 plus to go to the...
No, he didn't try.
Didn't try? No. He wanted to go to underground, did he?
All the boys his age were going to work underground.
Yeah.
And money.
Yeah.
Thought he was keeping us, so.
Yeah. Did Watkin marry them?
Yes.
And did he live in the Bryn?
No, he lived in Port Talbot. He lived in the Bryn for a while.
Yes.
He lived in Port Talbot then.
Yeah. Do you remember people living in Penheath cottages?
Yes, the Allens.
Yeah.
Brian,
Brian Allen's parents then?
Yes.
And grandparents. Yeah.
The Hopkinses.
Yeah. And didn't the Davises live down there as well?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Do you remember Daniel Davis? Betty Meek's father?
Yes, remember Daniel and Davy's brother.
Yeah.
Davy's on the farm after.
Yeah. Because I've got some photographs of Daniel using the Glamorgan Yeomanry during the first...
That's right.
Yeah.
He was in it as well.
Was he?
Yeah.
Did he go to the First World War then?
No, he didn't go to the First World War.
Right. Yeah. Because I've got another photograph of Daniel Davis, and looking at that, you swear you were looking at David Meek.
Yes.
They look very much alike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is David now?
That's Betty's son.
Son.
Yeah, she's got 3 girls and a son, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a photograph of the hay harvest in Keelgovid, must have been late 30s, 1940s.
Yes.
And there's a girl holding a horse there. Well, she must be 12, 13. And looking at her, you swear you were looking at Hazel or Jeanette, you know, it must be Betty.
Yes.
Because she lived down in Penheath Cottages, didn't she?
Yes, I remember him.
Yeah.
Yes, the Johnny, yes.
Yeah.
My brother.
Do you remember the camp down in Keelgovid?
Yes, we used to take telegrams down there.
Did you?
Yes. And I hated taking the telegram because it was in court.
All right.
And I was taking the message, on the phone there.
Yeah.
And if you missed one, letter there, I'd had it, you know,
Yeah,
I'd asked him to repeat it.
That's right, yeah.
It's hard going, that was.
Yeah. So was there a guard on the gate in the camp whenever you went down there then, or?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Were there many people in the camp, many soldiers here?
Yes. They had got a machine gun place,
Yeah.
I don't know what they called them. Little place to defence up in Penny.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right. Do you remember the bombers coming over here during the war?
Yes. We don't the shelter.
Where was the shelter then?
The back garden.
Oh, you had an Anderson shelter there, did you?
Yes, Anderson shelter,
Yeah. Because when I spoke to Mary Miles, she worked in the arsenal.
That's right, yeah.
And she was telling me at night, if the siren went, they spent most of the night on the floor hiding there.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the danger.
Yeah. Do you remember Lord Ho-Ho on the radio?
Yes.
Germany calling.
Calling.
Yeah. Apparently he had family in Neath.
Did he?
Yeah. And he played rugby for Neath apparently.
Right.
It's an old question. Who played for Neath and got hung for treason? It was Lord Ho-Ho. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. Would you like to see the old days back, is it?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Better these days.
That's right, yeah.
I don't know we're born these days.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Who were the ministers you remember in the Baptist chapel there? Did they live in the Bryn then, or was...
No. Yes, Stumphrey's dead.
Did he?
Yes.
And that was the only chapel he had then, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you heard of any of the old religious people in Bryn, like Shinkin Penheath?
Well, tell me, I didn't remember.
Yeah, no, it'd be before your time. And who else was there? Sean Landick, he was another.
Yes, and there was, what's his name? Robert Allen.
Robert Allen, yeah. My father's got a lovely story of Robert Allen, because he was a bit of a character, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Yeah? And he used to walk to funerals in Llan in those days.
Yes, just to carry the coffin.
That's right.
Yes.
And they were walking up the hill, and Robert Allen was there with an English